solution focused, and I have my client Patricia Pierre. This is my third session with Ms. Pierre, and we're trying to resolve some issues that she's having, some challenges that she's having at work, on the job stress, and we're here for our session today. Good afternoon, Ms. Pierre.
Good afternoon, Ms. Library.
Oh, I see you came in with baby Romir.
Yes, I did. I had no one to watch him, so I had to tag him along.
Okay. How's everything going?
Well, from the last session that we had, I'm here today to vent to you in reference to the recent activities that's been going on at work. The other day I was at work, and before I go home, I always change. Because I deal with patients, they're sick, so I have a little baby, so I don't want to bring up, the germs home, so I would change at least 2 to 3 minutes before I clock out. So apparently, as you already know, my supervisor, she's not stationed at my location, so she comes occasionally, as I already told you before. But last week she came to the office unexpectedly, which is okay. She came 2 minutes before I was getting ready to clock out. In the midst of that, of course, it's 2 minutes, so I was, unchanging. So when she came back to the area where I wasn't in uniform. Of course, I was not in uniform because I was getting ready to clock out. She didn't say anything to me at that point. She just came and said, okay, I'm just here to give you your evaluation. Just sign here, Jackie, just sign here. But I noticed she was, rushing me to sign. So I'm like, oh, okay. So she's rushing. I'm sorry, that's my phone. Please disregard it. She was rushing me to sign the form. So I thought that was kind of odd. So I went ahead and I sat down, and I was looking over my evaluation. Well, apparently I didn't pass my evaluation. She gave me zeros, and she stated that, I'm so sorry, that's my phone, please disregard it, I'm sorry. She gave me some zeros, and some of the comments that she had on there, I found it to be very, outrageous. She stated that I have issues with coworkers, I've had issues with patients, I don't get along with anyone in the office. But like I said to her, when I noticed that on the paper, I asked her, okay, you're implying this, but where are your statements, or where are your proof, or where was the meeting that took place, in reference to these statements? It's like she's using her position, to bully people around, and I don't think that's right. Again, being that I'm the only African American in that, job, and I'm already doing a whole, different things there at that facility.
Let me ask you a question, not to cut you off, but had your supervisor called you in advance to let you know that you were getting your evaluation on that day?
No, she did not.
What day did this occur? When did this occur?
That was like on a Monday.
You don't remember the date?
The Monday of last week.
Okay.
Monday of last week.
Okay, cool. And she didn't tell you she was coming in to do your evaluation?
No, she never. She just drops by, here and there, momentarily, but she doesn't let nobody okay, let me rephrase that. For other employees, she would let them know, listen, on such day, I'll be here at this time. But I notice when it comes to me, there is no, oh, Patricia, I'm going to come here Thursday, or no, it's just always a pop-up when it comes to me. But everybody else, she'll let them know.
So from the first two sessions that we have, I know you mentioned some challenges that's been going on with the supervisor, Maria. These same challenges are still occurring?
Actually, they are, but to me, I think they're getting worse.
And what do you mean by that?
Because the thing is that every time I go to work, it's always something different. She's constantly, now I see she's making it a habit of shortening my pay stubs in which I've been there for 4 years and I have never had any issues with my pay stub. So, you know, all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm missing hours here, I'm missing hours there, and it's like, I've been here for 2 weeks straight. How am I missing hours? So
Have you spoken to her about this recent challenge?
I have, and every time I spoke with her, which would be now every 2 weeks, you know, she always tells me, well, I don't know, let me check with payroll. And that's her excuse every time. I don't know what's going on.
And do she come back to you, well, this is what payroll said? Do you clock in at work
I
and do you
clock
clock
in
in,
and
do you
I-
clock out?
Yes, I do. I clock in
And
and
do you
out.
make copies of your weekly timesheets that has the time you clocked in, time you clocked out, time you clocked out before you submit it to HR to her?
It's electronically over the phone, so I do not have access. But what I have learned to do ever since this has been happening is I will write down whatever time I clock in and whatever time I clock out on a calendar. So I have a calendar on my desk, and it has every day that I come in, what time I clock in, what time I clock out, and if I'm off, I'm off. If I'm going on training, what time my training is, and what time I come back from the training.
Okay. Do you have an on-site supervisor? Because I know at times the head supervisor might be away, but a tax supervisor, someone that visually, you know, knows what's going on in the office procedures. Do you have someone there
We
stated?
have someone on site, but technically speaking, she really don't want me to go to that particular person. She wants me to report directly to her, and which most of the times it's kind of hard, you know, to get a hold of her because, you know, she's everywhere. You know, sometimes if
So she's never been stationed
No.
in the office?
not in my office. She's not stationed in my office.
Oh, okay. So does she engage? Because I remember you said to me that she said that some of the patients are reporting on you and some of the employees, but how would she get this information?
My point exactly. The thing is that as per policy and procedure, the last time I checked, if somebody makes an accusation on you, she's supposed to call you in a meeting, you know, let you know this is what's going on. She may not say who it is or where they're from, but by policy, she's supposed to let us know what's going on. And to my knowledge, I have yet to been called to any office in reference to any complaints.
Okay. So everything she pretty much has been stating to you is just her say.
Right. It's hearsay, and which is not true because she has no legal documents to show that, listen, this person is making a claim on you, or this person or patient is, you know, saying, accusing you of doing something. I have nothing of that.
Have you ever addressed some of these issues with her?
Well, like Monday when she gave me my evaluation was the first time I've ever heard anything of such. Of anything.
Okay.
Nobody ever, nothing.
And did you ask her about these allegations?
Yes, I did. She just was like, oh, you have complaints. So then I said, okay, fine. I understand that. You're saying that I have complaints, but at the time that whomever came and complained to you, why didn't you come and tell me at that time? You know, my evaluation is done once a year, so you waited a whole year, you know, to let me know, listen, this person is making a complaint on you. That's not how it's supposed to work.
What type of relationship do you have with your supervisor?
At this point, I don't really have a relationship with my supervisor. I think her accusations towards me is really personal, being that, again, I am the only African American worker there. Everybody else is, you know, Hispanic. It's been like that from the time she took that job, which was a year ago.
So she newly became your supervisor?
Yes, she has.
And she became your supervisor with the same background?
As
As far as, what type of work do you do again? Remind me.
I'm a medical assistant right now.
Okay. And she's been in different areas as their medical assistant, as the head
Actually,
supervisor?
she's new to the company. She was hired outside.
Okay. She was hired outside, so this would be her first position here? Do you speak to any of the employees to
Yes.
ask them?
Yes, I have. And everybody says the same thing. It went as far as, some of the employees have stated to me that she has said, racial comments about me towards them. So I know it's just personal, and it's at this point, I'm very stressful. I have the baby here, going on. I have my grandfather that's blind that I have to take care of, and my mom is diagnosed, she's sick. And with all of this going on, it's just too much. I don't eat, I don't sleep, my hair is falling out, because I'm so stressed. I gotta go home and deal with my parents, then I gotta come to work and deal with this issue.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate the stress level that's going on the job?
At this moment, I'm definitely at a level 10. At a level 10, because it's
And this is
really
on a
bad.
day-to-day basis
This is
that
on
you're
a
going through all of this?
Base. When I wake up to go to work in the morning, I dread it. Walking in the door is like walking on eggshells because you never know what to expect. There's always people there. She's always sending other people there to watch me, and it's like
She sent other people there
she
to watch
sends
you?
other employees to watch me.
First, what I want to do is commend you because, it sounds as if you're under a lot of pressure with a newborn baby, with family members being sick, and with you having this day-to-day stress level at a level 10. I commend you for what's going on because, it's a lot. Dealing with a newborn baby and this is your first child, this has to be a very, very hard place for you to be right now. And I have to say, it's gonna get better. But what I wanna know is, have you built any coping strategies? What do you do on your free time to help you with what's going on?
I keep myself busy. That to me, that's the only way. Like I say, I'm in school, so the homework that I get from school, the homework that I have from school really doesn't give me much time to have any type of free time. So I use that as an
And you're
escape.
in school also?
Yes, I am.
Wow. Let me ask you, if a miracle was to happen, say tomorrow, tonight when you leave here with the baby and you was to go to bed and a miracle occurred and all of your stress at work was to go away and you wake up, what would be that miracle?
That
What would
miracle
be that
would be if either like a find for a position that I get another job, or I come to work and say she's no longer there, and I'll be a relief for me at least from work. That would be my miracle.
that they could help you, and hopefully you can you can find another position within the job. But that all of those things are start off, and when we and what you can do is probably start journaling of every single incident that's going on. Keeping a journal of what's going on is going to help you relieve yourself and alleviates a lot of that stress. But for today, I understand the baby is sleeping. We're going to wrap up this session, and what are we going to do is I'm gonna keep in touch with you. We're gonna go over the next session. That you let me know how the journaling is going, and one day out of the week just to go to the gym to relieve that stress. It was a pleasure seeing you today, Miss Pierre. I'm gonna go ahead and schedule you a follow-up appointment, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.
Thank you.